Hey guys, Billy Campbell here with Hawg Power Sports in Savannah, Georgia. Today we're going to go over the Massimo MSA 150. This is going to be your entry-level ATV. It's perfect for teens, perfect for small farms, really any sort of general utility. It's great for trail riding. It's not four-wheel drive, so it's not going to be your mud boss here, but it's got a really solid positive traction system. We're going to go over some of the features here today, kind of a review. You may be familiar with traditional Chinese 150 and 200cc ATVs. This is not anywhere close to that. This is going to be much more similar to Yamaha 150. It's going to be built, really it's very overbuilt. It's probably the most overbuilt item that we do sell here at Hawg Power Sports. These units feature a GY6 engine. If you don't know anything about it, it's probably the most tried and true engine in our industry. It is on anything from scooters to go-karts, golf carts, and then ATVs. It's a well-built engine that just really kind of never quits. It is a belt-driven scenario, so this is an automatic ATV. It has forward, neutral, and reverse, and it's going to reach speeds in the mid-30s. They do come governed, so that the first driver, assuming that it's made for a teen or that the teen is going to be getting it as their first ATV, it comes governed to do about 20 miles an hour, but the governor can be removed to do in the mid-30s. It really opens it up. It's a very nice vehicle. This unit is going to feature drum brakes up front and a single disc brake in the rear. It provides exceptional stopping power, even considering drum brakes. A lot of people would like to see disc brakes on pretty much anything they get, but we find that drum brakes are pretty simple considering this is not a four-wheel drive vehicle. It's going to have a big enough seat to fit two people. However, we never recommend two riders at all. Specifically on something that doesn't have two foot compartments or an extra seat set, but it does have a large seat, meaning that anybody from a standard, say 13 to 18-year-old kid could ride, or a grown adult. As I hop on it, you can kind of see I'm just around 5'11", so it's still a very comfortable ATV for me. You're going to have your shifter here, so all you do is you put it in forward, neutral, or reverse. They come with a reverse beeper. I'm not a fan personally. I remove them for myself. It's completely up to you. A lot of parents like it. It tells them when the kid's going somewhere, right? If you've ever been on a jet ski, you've worn one of these lanyards before, because when you fall off, the clip comes out and the jet ski shuts off. This ATV is the same way. Again, pointing towards novice riders, people who are just getting started riding ATVs. You want any safety precaution you can have. Aside from the tradition or the governor that you have in the engine, there's a traditional governor here, like we have on all of our ATVs. It's a screw, and the more you screw it in, the less throttle you can give it. So it is an actual limiter to the throttle position. It's going to feature some standard halogen headlights with high and low, LED brake lights, as well as LED running lights. All of your brakes are going to be on your hand. There is no foot brake on this particular unit. It does have a small screen, which you can see over here. It's going to have your gear indication in it. It's going to have your miles, your speed, and your trip, of course. Your gear over here is going to be over here, and then your lighting, you can notice your bright lights and low lights there. One of the biggest things that I like to show people on these ATVs here is the rear axle, because it kind of tells the story of how overly built this unit is to be just a 150 ATV. So follow me back around here, and you'll be able to see, it's just as stout as a rear end could possibly be on an ATV. Down here you're going to have your single caliber disc brake. You're going to have your speed module here that's going to let you know your speed overall, your adjustments, and your chain. But when you look at this, you're talking about 1.5 inches thick on the left side here. You're talking about 2.5 to 3 inches thick I mean, it is just absolutely overbuilt. You do have a trailer hitch here. Now that's going to be a little bit more of a yard cart type of trailer hitch. You're not going to be pulling 1,000 pounds with this thing. It's just not good on the belt and on the engine. If you come up front, we'll take a look around at the front end here. Kind of turn these wheels, you can get a little better look. A really solidly built front end, just the same. You can see the size of the A-arms there. It really is just a stout. That's the only way to describe this vehicle. Now you've got a push bar down here. That's it's not meant to take out all the trees that you come across on the trail, but it certainly will knock a lot out of your way. The plastics on this thing are really good. I mean, this is just something that's everywhere you look. It barely bends. Very thick, very durable plastics on this, so you're not going to be worried about the very first time you graze a tree getting cracks or bends or anything like that. This thing is really, really built for a true tough job. I would say that the body, the frame, the plastics are more akin to a 250 or more as far as just the toughness, the rigidness, than you're going to find on any other traditional 150. Especially when you go and you compare these to our non-name brand or standard Chinese ATVs. There's just no comparison, really. Those are really meant for just having fun on, something that's a budget type of ATV, versus these, which is something that you're going to be able to keep for a really long time. I would say that from a maintenance perspective, so long as you change your oil every, call it 40 hours or so, and then really the only thing you're going to be looking at is maintaining that transmission, which is common with all automatic ATVs and side-by-sides, golf carts, you name it. So you're going to have a belt, a clutch, a variator, and just keeping an eye on those things and replacing them before they really need to be replaced is certainly going to ensure that this vehicle is going to last a very long time and never leave you hanging. This vehicle is carbureted. This is not a fuel injected ATV. We would like to see them come in fuel injection at some point here soon, but currently it does not. At the same time, when ATVs set up for the winter and things like that, changing a carburetor is a whole lot simpler and cheaper than cleaning injectors. So you do have that going for you. This is going to be the Massimo MSA 150. It's a Linhai 150. And if anybody knows anything about Linhai, that's one of the main products we sell here. It's our higher end, it's a sub-brand of Yamaha, and there's a lot of technology that's shared between those two brands. This is going to come factory with a 1-year warranty, and you can get extended protection options all the way up to 5 years on this unit. We offer those here. It's been very successful for our customers that come in. We call it gas and go. They don't have to worry about anything with this unit anytime they ever need service, all the way down to seals and gaskets. So the Massimo MSA 150 by Linhai, I certainly recommend this for anyone who is looking for just a around the small farm kind of ATV, the teens who are looking for their first ATV, something you're going to want to keep for a while. This is a perfect unit for that. It's available here at Hawg Power Sports and typically retails between $3,500 and $4,000.